You know, I'm reading Serpent Box. It's my book, meaning that I wrote it. Um, this is it. I haven't read it in a very long time. Um, I'm now on chapter 2. It's called Dark Wakings, and there's a point of view shift to first person. I reach out in the darkness. I stretch my hand up and feel along the shelf for the flashlight. I turn on the switch so I can see the snakes. There's a hook latch on the Bible room door that Daddy thinks is too high for me to reach, but it doesn't matter now because I float up, light as air, and I get in. The Bible room is also the Serpent room, and inside it's as cool as a cave, and dark too, with Bibles stacked all over the floors and along the wall, excuse me. There are hundreds of Bibles that Daddy got before I was born. The gold letters on their spines sparkle in the beam of my light. Some are very old and written in Latin or Greek. Some are soldiers' Bibles, and there are ones that belong to Indians too. Lots have family names and dates that mark when their souls passed into this world and back out again to the other. And Daddy says there's whole histories of generations dead and gone. In the corner I can see the serpent boxes stacked like egg crates. They're all hand carved with pictures and inscriptions and such. They're made of dark wood with lots of grain to it, and hinged lids that opens like the wing of a butterfly. Of course, I go to the biggest box for the biggest snake, which is Herodias, until Baxter brought that new one in. She's as big as they come and loaded up with poison. Wicked as unwashed sin and real thick around the middle, like a husk of corn. She's as long as I am tall. I lift the box slow and easy and pass like a shadow through the back door and out under a moon bright as the sun itself, with the ground all blue and the trunks of the trees glowing under a billion other suns. Tripping over my own words here. I keep to the dark places under the eaves of the house and out of the light of the moon. I drop below the rise near the root cellar door and slip the snake into a gunny sack I hid, and then I glide over the ground on the balls of my feet, smooth as a cat. I run through the woods like a deer. My shadow pops up in odd places. In clearings and on trees, I float over the ferns and flow over logs like a watery version of myself, seeping up the mountain against the very way things flow. I jump right over the deadfall and into that old grove of birch. I can run all night. I can run. I run until I see a boulder that looks like an old ship. Just follow the bow line, and there's a thick patch of shrubs that I must pass through to get to Moss Creek, and I find a hole of pure blackness under the big moon, and I crawl inside like a snake, and there's all kinds of beetles and big hairy spiders inside. And then I stumble over a thing that I know is not of this living world. So I turn on my light to see. It's a dead man, with his skin all brown and dry like paper and shrunken over his bones. His mouth's open, and I can see his teeth and his hollow eyes looking up in sad terror at this world. But I am not afraid. Okay, I'm going to stop right there.